Hello everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm Jolima, I hope you're all well, and in this video I want to do a challenge. This is the fragrance sample kit challenge. So basically, because we are in the holiday season, imagine yourself that you will be offering to a person that is completely new to fragrances, completely new to the fragrance community. Imagine yourself that you will be offering that person a fragrance sample kit, and you have to pick one fragrance per category. So it's one green fragrance, one aromatic fragrance, one citrus fragrance, and so on and so forth. What fragrances would you pick? So I have here 12 or 13 fragrances, so this video will be a bit long. I have here 12 to 13 fragrances that I would include on my fragrance sample kit. So without further ado, let's talk about these fragrances. So for a aromatic fragrance, I would choose a fragrance from house of Chanel, and it is Platinum Egoiste. This one right here. I mean, you can see how much I love this. I already wore this a lot. This fragrance is one of the best aromatic fragrances ever created, in my opinion. Man, it has a Chanel quality. So this has lavender, this has spices, this has a metallic nuance here, this has a metallic accord, which actually, in general, I'm not very fond of this metallic accord in fragrances, but this one is the only exception, and it's done so well. It has like a barbershop impression, has lavender of course, but it's so smooth and at the same time so relaxing and yet uplifting, joyful, and very masculine, very gentlemanly, very sophisticated, elegant, and versatile. I mean, I love this. A stunning aromatic fragrance that I would definitely include in my fragrance sample kit. It's this one, Platinum Egoiste from Chanel. The next fragrance that I would include on my fragrance sample kit, it's a citrus. So in the citrus category, I could choose like a lot of fragrances, but I will go with a designer. And this designer house does citrus like any other brand, and it is from the house of Hermès, and this fragrance is Concentre Vert, d'Orange Vert. So this one for me, it's the most realistic orange fragrance that I ever smelled. I could include, I was debating between this one or Acqua Viva from Profumum Roma, which I consider to be the best lemon scent out there, but this one, it's more affordable, it's more available, and it's equally amazing. In the realistic, natural feel part, I mean, it's stunning. Literally smells like oranges, and it's done to perfection. Actually, the performance here, it's average, but for me, it's already good because I was expecting like a very poor performing fragrance. But no, actually, it's an average performing fragrance. It goes in the 7-hour mark, so I think it's quite good. And so in terms of citrus, I mean, I had to include this one. It's Concentre d'Orange Vert from Hermès, a stunning orange fragrance. Next fragrance that I will choose is an Aquatic, and in the Aquatic genre, I mean, there's no debate whatsoever. Had to be a niche, and you all know how much I love this. From the house of Profumum Roma, it is Acqua di Sale. Doesn't get better than this in terms of aquatics. This is the most realistic, the most natural smelling aquatic scent. This fragrance literally smells like you just fill this bottle with seawater, add some woodsy nuances, and you have Acqua di Sale, man. It's to die for. It's amazing and long lasting, very long lasting, like almost all Profumum Roma fragrances. And also, I forgot to mention, I did my best to include just one fragrance per house because, well, I could include more fragrances from Profumum Roma, just like other fragrances from other brands that I will be mentioning. So I did my best to do just one fragrance per brand. From Profumum Roma, it's the best aquatic ever created, is Acqua di Sale. And now let's talk about green fragrances. In the green category, I had to choose this one. I have yet to review it, but what a stunning green scent it is. It's from the house of Bruno Acampora, created by Miguel Mach, and this fragrance won the Art and Affection Awards of this year. Fragrance is Young Hearts. This is the Eau de Parfum concentration, and guys, this fragrance is amazing. This has a lot of galbanum, so hence the greenness part. It has a lot of tuberose, a very hint of jasmine, and you have the sweetness from the amber in here. It's aromatic, it's damp, it's green, it's foresty, you have pine, I think it's pine tree, if I'm not mistaken, but it has a pine impression. This is amazing. I can definitely see why this won the award, because it literally smells like you are in enchanted forests. It's stunning, one of the best green fragrances that I ever smelled. If you love fragrances like Chanel number 19, Eau de Parfum concentration, I think you will love this one. Not saying that this is similar to that fragrance, it's still quite different, it's very different. The only similarity is the galbanum. But if you love fragrances like Chanel number 19 Eau de Parfum, you will love this one. It's a stunning green fragrance from Bruno Acampora, is Young Hearts. Now let's sweeten things up a bit, talking about fruity fragrances. I love fruity fragrances. Actually, I already did a best fruity fragrances, I think it was last year. And for me, the best fruity fragrance, it's from House of Xerjoff, and this fragrance is Cruz del Sur 2. Cruz del Sur 2, guys, is the best fruity fragrance. It has mango as a prominent note, a incredibly realistic, juicy, edible mango. And it's very milky, sweet, it's delicious, Man, I absolutely love this fragrance. It's a tropical fragrance, and it's done to perfection. So that's why if I would include a fruity fragrance, it would definitely be this one. It's Xerjoff Cruz del Sur 2. And now let's talk about floral fragrances. And here I have a couple of floral fragrances. The first one is a sweet floral fragrance, and it's from the house of Guerlain from the L'Art et la Matière collection. And I think this fragrance is a must-try for everyone. And that's why I'm including this fragrance here. It is Angelique Noire. This fragrance is a masterpiece. I mean, I love the color of the liquid. I love the presentation overall of this line. So Angelique Noire is all about Angelica seed, Angelica root, vanilla, suede, and it's so smooth, so soft, silky, and yet intense. It's not the most complex fragrance, no, but it has a natural feeling here. And again, it's soft, it's magical, it's sensual, it's sexy, and great performance, at least on my skin. This is a masterpiece. Again, everyone should try this fragrance. Is sweet floral again, and it's Guerlain Angelique Noire. And this is the reason why I will not include other fragrances from Guerlain, because they could easily be here, but well, I think this is a staple, a must try, a sweet floral done to perfection. Still in the category of florals, I have here another masterpiece, another must try. This is a spicy floral fragrance. It's from the house of Frederic Malle, and it is Portrait of a Lady. Portrait of a Lady is the best rose fragrance that I ever smelled to this day. This is the best rose patchouli combo in the market, and a lot of fragrances are inspired by this one, but they can't go near the quality, the blend of this one, man. And even the intensity. This is a very intense scent. This has a lot of spices. It's incredibly spicy, floral with a rose, a full-on red rose with patchouli. So it's also woodsy. and it's done to perfection. Don't get fooled by the name Portrait of a Lady. This is not a feminine fragrance, or at least I don't see it as a feminine leaning fragrance. I think this is a strictly unisex, even it leans to the masculine side of things. Portrait of a Lady for me, it's a strictly unisex, but again, I think it leans a bit more masculine. Nonetheless, if you love rose, I think this is a must try. Man, wonderful. Unfortunately, this is the only Frederic Malle that I have to this day. I hope to add more fragrances from this brilliant house, but for now, I think this is a masterpiece. I think this is another fragrance that it's a must try for the newbies out there. It is Portrait of a Lady. And continue in the Oriental category. The final floral fragrance that I have here, it's an Oriental floral, and the fragrance is from the house of Dolce Gabbana, which I've been talking about this fragrance recently, and it is the one Mysterious Night. Gorgeous looking bottle, and this is my favorite version of the one to this day. This is rose, a jammy, sweet rose with a touch of wood in the DNA of the one Eau de Parfum. Stunning creation, and this is incredibly spicy also. Man, this is fantastic. So again, this has spices, this has rose, this has a mild touch of oud. I would not even call it oud. More of a dark resinous nuance here with amber, labdanum. Man, fantastic. If you want an Oriental floral, and I think this is a must try, and I will definitely include this one as a fragrance that would represent this subcategory, floral Orientals. This is a stunning scent. Again, I already did a review of this one, so check that review out. Perfect for fall and winter time. This is, for me, it's strictly unisex. Again, stunning. It's Mysterious Night from Dolce Gabbana, and it's my favorite, the one version. Now let's talk about gourmand fragrances. I love gourmand fragrances. I have a sweet tooth, and this is one of the best ever created. It is from Pantheon Roma, Dolce Passione. I would definitely include this one on my fragrance sample kit. This is one of the very best chocolate fragrances ever created. This is an extrait de parfum. I already talked about this fragrance a lot in this channel. This is incredibly realistic, sweet, not overly sweet. This has plum, this has strawberry. Although the strawberry here, it's not very prominent. It's more about plum. And yet the plum here, it's not very prominent also, but it has a plum, a sweet plum facet, nutty, chocolatey, milky, and it has a boozy nuance also. I absolutely love this. I will definitely include this in my fragrance sample kit because this is a must try. Even if you never try gourmand fragrances, or if you even don't like gourmand fragrances, you're not very fond of gourmand fragrances, I think you need to give this one a try. It's a stunning scent. It's Dolce Passione from Pantheon Roma, and it's very long lasting also. After all, this is an extrait de parfum. I will definitely include this one. Now let's talk about an Oriental Spicy fragrance, and I could mention a lot of fragrances in this category. This is one of my favorite categories, but well, this is another masterpiece. I have to say, this is another masterpiece, and this is another must try. I'm always saying this, and I never get tired of mentioning this. I think this fragrance is a must try for everyone. It is from Andy Tower, and it is L'air du désert marocain. L'air du désert marocain is a must try. This is all about amber, a very spicy, dry amber. Man, I never get tired of this one. This is one of the best ambers ever created. And again, it really puts you in a place. I already been in the Moroccan desert, so I know how it smells like, and yeah, definitely puts me in that place. Man, stunning, absolutely stunning. Again, I could have mentioned a lot of fragrances, but I think this one is a must try for anyone who wants to dive into niche fragrances, to indie fragrances. This is a must try. If you never tried any Oriental, check this one out. Even if you already tried Orientals and you are not very fond of Orientals, give this one a try. It's a stunning scent. It's L'air de désert marocain from Ende Tower. Now let's talk about woodsy fragrances, and here I needed to pick this one. Actually, I was debating between this one or its flanker. It's from the house of Lalique, and for a woody fragrance, I think this represents this category to perfection. It is Encre Noire, the original. One of the best vetivers ever created, and especially for the price. It's also a gorgeous looking bottle, and this is a very inky, very dry, smoky-ish, foresty vetiver. This is fantastic, and it's quite gothic as well. I think this represents woody fragrances to perfection. This doesn't need any introduction. A lot of people know this fragrance. And especially for the price, again, this is a 100ml bottle size and can run you, I paid this like 17 euros, so I mean, incredibly affordable. And but not only the presentation, but also the liquid inside, the scent inside smells much more expensive. Again, if I would include a woody fragrance on my fragrance sample kit, it would be this one. I was debating between this one or the à l'extrême, which I also absolutely love, and I think it's still my favorite of the three, but I think this one, because it's the original and it's also more available than the à l'extrême, I think this one would be a great discovery for someone who is new to the fragrance world. So for the woody category, I would include this one, is Encre Noire from Lalique. And now let's talk about spicy woody fragrances, and this is the best date night scent in my opinion. It's from the house of Zadig and Voltaire, and it is This Is Him. This Is Him is one of the best designer fragrances. It's one of my favorite designer fragrances as of now. It's very unique and very well done, very well blended. This is spicy, it's peppery. You have incense and you have a lot of sandalwood. This creamy and yet dusty sandalwood. It's mysterious, it's dark, it's masculine. It has a bad boy feel in here. Great performance on my skin. Although this is an eau de toilette concentration, but on my skin this performs really well. And for a spicy woody scent, this is fantastic. Again, pepper, incense, and sandalwood. And these are the three main notes of this fragrance, and I absolutely love this. This is Him from Zadig and Voltaire. And last, but definitely not least, I wanted to include an Animalic fragrance. And one of the best Animalic fragrances ever created, in my opinion, of course, it's from Francesca Bianchi. And this is a masterpiece. And I know that I already use the term masterpiece a lot in this video, but I really think that a lot of fragrances here that I already mentioned fit perfectly in the masterpiece category, and this is one of them. It is Under My Skin. Under My Skin uses castoreum, has the animalic note, but this is very spicy. This is a spicy animalic scent. So you have a lot of spices, you have carnation, and of course, a lot of castoreum, which gives this leathery feel in here. This is very complex. This has a lot of notes listed, but these three accords, these three notes, the spices, the carnation, the castoreum, I think are the more prominent notes, but this is very complex. This is one of the most sensual, one of the most sexy fragrances that I ever tried. I think for me this is quite likable, although this is daring, this is unique, but I think still it's quite likable. But nonetheless, it's done to perfection. I absolutely love this one. It's a masterpiece again from Francesca Bianchi. And again, if you want to dive into Animalic fragrances, this is a must try. It is again Under My Skin from Francesca Bianchi. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have a YouTube channel, I would love to see what your picks would be for this fragrance sample kit challenge. So again, I really invite you to take this challenge if you have a YouTube channel, and tell me, even if you don't have a YouTube channel, tell me in the comments down below, guys, what fragrances would you include in your fragrance kit. I would love to see your picks in the comments down below. And once again, thank you so much for your support, and see you in the next video. Take care. Ciao.